This is the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80s station, 103.1.
Steven Presley from ThunderPopTV says the nerdiest movie ever is coming out. He's got the details in just a moment. Longhorn basketball on the road tomorrow, playing Missouri back at the Moody Center on Tuesday. If you haven't taken in a Longhorn basketball game at the Moody Center, venue is perfect for basketball, men's, women's, any type of basketball. It's really good. Of course, you can catch the game here on Austin's 80 station, 103.1. All right, Steven, nerdiest movie ever. Tell us about it.
Yeah, could it get nerdier than Star Trek? Well, yes, it can. Yes, it actually can. Or Lord of the Rings. They are making a live-action Magic the Gathering movie, which is one of those nerdy card games they play at Dragon's Lair.
This is like nerdier than Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah, this gets nerdier than Dungeons and Dragons. The day this movie comes out, the Dragon's Lair is kind of the card playing board game store that also sells comic books. Yeah. It's pretty nerdy. That place will be empty on the day this movie comes out. all those dudes that spend their Saturday afternoon drinking energy drinks and playing those card games are going to be at the theater on this day. So if you want to see those dudes, that's where they're going to be that Saturday afternoon.
What's the name of the movie?
It's Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. All right. I'm doing a quick search of what is nerdier than Dungeon or what's the one I just said?
Magic the Gathering?
No.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. What's nerdier than Dungeons and Dragons?
That'd be fun to go to the line outside that, and video them and show them pictures of naked women and see if they know what that is.
See if they've seen one before.
Yeah.
Guess what this is? I have no idea.
My nephew has played Dungeons and Dragons on Thursday nights every night for like 15 years with his buddies. It's like, that's his thing, whatever, So, and he has a girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Which is...
Do his friends know? They might kick him out of it.
You're right. True. Apparently Warhammer, some game called Warhammer is nerdier than Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer.
Yeah. That's being made into a show, too, with Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Warhammer.
Henry Cavill.
I believe so, yeah.
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have managed, in my opinion, to drag out their legal issues to the point of wanting to vomit when hearing about it. But what's the latest, Stephen?
Yeah, it hasn't been good for either of their careers, by the way. I mean, neither one of them have made a movie or worked on a project in over 2 years. Well, since this all started, she had some stuff that she had already completed that's come out since this all began. But neither one of them had anything new that they've worked on. And that's got to be concerning to them and their bottom line as a director, actor, and actor. And now, this thing's dragged on forever. So they had another court date on Wednesday. And another funny side story, they both had matching outfits on. Somehow they coordinated their outfits. They were both wearing olive green winter coats. And this is not like something you normally have in your closet. They were both wearing olive green winter coats with pink accents.
What are the odds of that?
That's weird.
That was so weird. That was the weirdest thing about it.
Help me out here, Stephen. Can you, in like a minute or less, explain what this started over and what it's about, and what are each side contending, and do you think either side is right or wrong?
I think both sides are some wrong. For everything that I've gathered, and it's been a lot to sort out from people that are authority or expert in this particular subject, what I've gathered, and legal people also, is that if everything that's being said out there publicly about what happened, there's some definite wrongs on both sides. Both people need some serious help. I mean, there's some wrongs there. First of all, there was some story. There were reports that he had a corn habit, rhymes with corn.
Oh,
and like to share his.
We're using that.
Yeah, that's a new one going in the books for sure.
So one of the reports is he liked to share his passion for that on set, on the job, which, I mean, that's something you get fired for.
Wow.
Today, and a lot of jobs today. I mean, 10, 12, maybe 15 years ago, definitely people did that. And it was not like, it wouldn't get you fired. But now it probably gets you fired a lot of jobs. And so that alone is an HR, thing you could take up with HR. But then at the same time, there seem to be a lot of situations where she was more making fun of him for his incompetency rather than actually having protest about anything she's accusing him of now during the filming of the movie.
I am more confused now, Steven, than it was in the beginning of
That's
this.
a lot. Yeah.
I knew it was complicated. Yeah.
It's one of those you talk about, neither one of them have done anything. I think the reason for that is because there's not another studio wants to get involved. No one wants to get in business with someone with pending legal issues.
Yeah.
Nobody does. You don't want to get hired a lot of times.
Right.
A regular job. If you've got pending legal issues, no one wants to get involved with that. So maybe they could just settle this. And I thought they had settled, but they didn't, right?
They tried to go. That's what they were doing on Wednesday. They were trying to find a way to settle it and move on. They couldn't come to an agreement, so they're going to have the actual court date now in May, or the court hearing in May. You know, another funny side story. He was developing a live action Pac-Man movie before all this happened, and then that was put on. That was basically shelved.
Pac-Man movie.
Live
Pac-Man movie.
You just run around and eat dots? I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to play the part of the ghosts that show up? Blinky and Pinky and all those guys.
Yeah.
Steven Presley at ThunderPopTV. Find him on all your socials and on YouTube. He makes some great stuff, so check it out. Still to come on the show, you may have heard about the passing of James Vanderbeek. Well, did you know James Vanderbeek lived right here in Central Texas, and believe it or not, needs a little bit of help. And we're going to tell you how you can help out his family since his passing. So stay with us. That's coming up next.
1031austin.com.
Hey, it's Sandy, and I recently read this study. Well, I didn't read the study. I read the article. It was from Harvard University that said it's really, really good to mix up your workout routines. So, like if you've been running or walking or lifting weights, find something else to do, and you're going to live longer. Well, I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad that I found Pure Yoga. Go to pureyogatexas.com. They offer a bunch of different classes, and here's some of the ones that I have taken. I've taken the Inferno Hot Pilates class, which is great. I mean, you want to get a great workout, sweat a whole lot, and believe it or not, feel great when you leave. Sign up for that class. Maybe it's a Super 60 yoga class or a hot yoga class or any of their other classes that they offer at Pure Yoga. You're going to love this place. 2 locations, one north on Burnett Road, just off of 183, and another one downtown between 5th and 6th on Oakland. Get more information at pureyogatexas.com. Switch your workout routine up a little bit and go to pureyogatexas.com. I'm sure you guys have heard of the passing of James Vanderbeek, of course, most well known for his role in Dawson's Creek. It's also in Varsity Blues, which was filmed right here in Austin. And I did not know until yesterday that he lived in Spicewood. I guess, Jimmy, you were saying he just kind of packed his family up and decided to hell with Hollywood and moved to Spicewood.
Yeah, I saw some stuff on their socials, like, you know, that starting a couple of years ago, they're like, the wife was talking to him because he was in a truck pulling this, this big old, like, he was clearing trees. He had a big hauler, and he's like, look at me. I got boots on and a hat and working gloves. And his wife is like, what happened to us? And I thought it was really cute, right? They just left all that madness, I guess, because here's the gut wrenching part. They probably wanted a nice place to raise their kids. 6 of them.
Wow.
And if you look at pictures, I think his wife's name is Kimberly. Like, just a beautiful family. And it's just, when you see that, you just like, oh, gut wrenching. And there's a clip going around where it's just James Vanderbeek talking to the camera about, how he had in his life forever, he was defined as an actress, and that wasn't an actor. That wasn't very fulfilling. Then he became a husband, and that was important. And then becoming a father was everything, providing for them and all that. And you're just like, oh. And then he acknowledges his impending fate at that point. Gut wrenching.
He passed away from colorectal and kidney cancer, correct?
Yeah. I just knew of colorectal cancer. If it was kidney as well, I did not know about that.
Yeah, I read kidney as well, maybe different sources and stuff. But and then I was very surprised to find out that a GoFundMe was necessary for this. I don't know why I was surprised at that. I mean, the medical bills were probably outrageous. Yeah. But 6 kids.
I heard that he did not have a deal where he got paid anything for the reruns of Dawson's Creek or Friday Night Lights. And because of his cancer diagnosis, he hasn't been able to work in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He had to sell some of his Dawson's Creek and Friday Night Lights memorabilia to raise money. I think he sold a bunch of it and raised like $50,000. So yeah, that's why a GoFundMe was needed. All of their medical bills have left them nearly penniless.
And Steven, you were saying because of his illness, he was unable to get out and do a lot of the convention stuff.
Yeah, he was in still high demand at conventions for people that, in the 90s nostalgia. And there was a lot of revenue to be made, but because of his battling cancer, he couldn't get out to those conventions.
He's only 48.
Man.
I know.
Only 48.
I know.
And I pulled up the GoFundMe. It's at about 1.4 million, which seems like an insane amount, but there's probably still more bills to wipe out.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
And
the
other
raising
costs.
of the kids.
Yeah, just raising kids.
They raised $1 million of that in less than 24 hours from when they posted it.
Hollywood.
Wow.
But no, it said mostly fans. They did have a large $25,000 donation from Guardant Health, which they have a Shield blood test for colorectal cancer screening that they were promoting.
Wow.
So, I mean, their goal, the GoFundMe goal was $1.5 million. So it looks like they're pretty close at this point.
That's too bad. He was one of the good guys, wasn't he, Steven?
Yeah, he was here in the 90s also filming Varsity Blues in Austin.
Right. Very, very funny scene in Varsity Blues that when they walked out of the landing strip on 183, they were there. And if you remember in the film, they were talking about, my God, what is that stink? What is that stink? There used to be a really, really bad stink right over there by the landing strip. I don't know, there was some sort of factory or something there that it stunk horribly. So what I'm saying is that was probably not written into the script, but when they were shooting it, they were like, oh my God, we got to mention how bad it stinks here.
That
do you
could
guys
have
remember
been,
that?
depending on which way the wind is blowing, that could have been the landfill.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If it was
the
coming
wind's
out of the
blowing
south.
north. Yeah. Wait, we're backwards.
Well,
Right, if it was coming out of the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of the south.
Right.
It would have hit the landing strip.
Yeah.
The landing strip.
That's funny.
I'm a little curious how you know it was stinky by the landing
Oh, I've been
strip.
to the landing strip.
Oh, Sandy. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went and saw Tiffany Towers there.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Polaroid made
I
with
feel
her.
like there should be some kind of bar for places like that. And I feel like the landing strip is under that bar.
1031austin.com.
Well, that's it. Do us a solid and copy and paste the link to this episode and send it to a friend or two. Thanks for listening.